This video is brought to you by Diamond Pacific Tool Corporation. Diamond Pacific is America's favorite diamond tool, wheel, and lapidary machine manufacturers. For nearly half a century, Diamond Pacific has set the industry standard for diamond lapidary equipment. Join the majority of professional lapidaries and choose Diamond Pacific products such as their Nova wheels, Pixie, Genie, and Titan gem makers, as well as their wide selection of other high-quality lapidary diamond products. Check out Diamond Pacific today and find out why they're considered America's premier diamond lapidary tool manufacturers.
Sweet Jim, Lapidary Dave, we packed our bags. We've got our speed cart, my old grandpa cart.
Made for speed.
And we're at Gem World.
In Tucson, Arizona.
Yes, and we like this place. This is a great place to stop when coming through, or to pick up supplies and other good rocks and gems and crystals. And
why are we in Tucson when there's no gem show?
because we're traveling from Texas back to Cali. I picked your fine self up at the airport in El Paso, Texas.
Oh man,
and
we saw Kevin from Gunther Watering Systems. And we went to Black Hat Trading Rock Shop. Okay, sorry. All right, so in here, it's like its own little gem show year round. There's another one of these in Quartzsite, Arizona. That's a little bit sloppier, but I like it that way. It's just more fun when the bags are open and stuff. I tried to film that during the Quartzsite gem show, but there was just so many people in the Quartzsite location that it was pretty much impossible. It's gonna be tough going in there. You know, the smaller the situation when I film, the harder. It's like I can play in front of 5,000 people, but when I have to play in front of 5, it's difficult.
right, because everybody's critiquing you.
So this is gonna be hard. I'm gonna have to stick close to you.
All right, I'm ready. Let's go in.
Let's do it.
Miss Sandy's already in there.
All right. Gem Mall in Tucson. There's another one in Quartzsite. Or is that Gem World? Or is that Gem Mall?
Lapidary Dave?
Shut up.
Is that you?
No, stop. You're embarrassing.
Hey, we ran into each other in Tucson? Imagine that.
Yeah, right. It's a cool wholesale store. Kind of reminds me of like Village Originals or Driftwood Pueblo. Yeah, beads, random sculptures, cabochons, spheres, towers, all that good stuff. Different tumbles, specimens, a little bit of everything. Seems like a lot of stuff is overseas in like Moroccan or Indonesian. Just kind of classics, a lot of Uruguay amethyst. A lot of cool stuff, for sure. Really, 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 really affordable. Jim and Sandy wanted to swing through Tucson, check the place out, so I got lucky to tag along.
What was this one for? Absolutely.
Massagers. Super cool. My ex used to really like these. Scrape, scrape, scrape the fascia. $120 for the flat of malachite. That's actually a great price. Nice and polished. You know, like those four in a cabochon you can get $120 for, so pretty cool actually. It's definitely being sold by weight. This one's $150. And that one's $120, and I would think that one has more designer shapes. $117. Pretty cool. Do they stand? Yeah, you can get that on the wall without it all falling over. Maybe use a little bit of sticky tack or something. But definitely just being sold as a flat of malachite to be resold. There's small puffy hearts and small flat hearts. Hearts made out of everything. A few different materials. Like these hearts. Well, there was a lot of polychrome and serpentine and calcites over there. It seems like a lot of these hearts are slightly different materials. Red jaspers, mahogany, obsidian, tigersite, demortierite. I think these are labradorites just with absolutely no flash in them. But really nice. They're $2, probably 10 of them, $2 each. Come, Baba. Some more demortierite. 100-piece flat hearts. Cool deal. Like, you can turn those hearts into necklaces. When I do drill to make these necklaces, I drill like the corner of the heart so it hangs at a slight angle. If you kind of drill through the crotch of the heart or right above the crotch of the heart, it makes it kind of hard to tell what it is, and it's not like just some kind of pointy stone. Cool little flats of puffy hearts. The carnelian ones are cool. Not bad for $50, actually. Looks like the polish is really nice. It's probably, let me see, about less than 20. It's a 20 piece. I was wrong. 20 piece. So $2.50 each. Not bad. I'd charge $25 a necklace. I like the flame dishes for $12. That is a great deal. Definitely sell it to some people who sell houses. That would be a sweet job, to go around and buy crystals for a realtor and just shop with a completely different mindset. It doesn't really matter what it is as long as it's colorful and functional. Selenite everything. So cool. Some random wedges. Some cubes. This is another good one that would be good for decor. Not particularly expensive. Kind of common. Everyone knows what it is. But functional metaphysically. Cool stone birds. Probably from Peru. You see a lot of, yeah, exactly. Made in Peru. They're really good. Sometimes you can even find like dollar soapstone Peruvian carved birds. Yeah, the Brazilian folks and the Peruvians are amazing bird carvers. Well, I guess just amazing carvers in general. The really higher end stuff you tend to see come out of Brazil, but I'm sure some of their masters can do just as good. These owls are kind of blocky, but for $8, I mean, get out of here. Nice antler stand. That's such a good price. This one's super high detail for whatever kind of bird it's supposed to look like. Serpentine tail, blue calcite body. Love the lightning crack right through its eye on a nice piece of pyrite. At some gem shops, you can expect to pay $8 just for that little stand right there. All different kinds. Look at these. You don't see these every day. You know, from all the shows I go to in different shops, I see a lot of gemstone birds, but I've never seen a pelican. And I love the way they made the beak satin finish. Also only $9. I might have to take that home. I didn't come here to buy anything. Jim and Sandy came here to buy all the stuff. He's walking around over there playing with beads. But this guy is super cute. And like the value and the beak.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that. That neck, it's chip inlay. Did they like make a tape band around it to hold the glue in? I see a lot of gem birds, I was saying, Jimbo, but you don't see a lot of pelicans.
I like it.
Because they're, I guess it would be more like animals that you would see in Peru and
All right, let's name the animals. We've got swan, we've got owl, we've got eagle, we've got pelican, we've got
Roadrunner.
Roadrunner. This has got to go to Sandra. Needs one of these.
He looks like he's about to take off. Really cool neck. This one's a solid synthesized turquoise. That Roadrunner is full of detail too. It's about to zip out. This cardinal is what? Serpentine again? Maybe some kind of jasper. These eagles are super serious. What is a group of eagles called? Beautiful birds. This one kind of looks like, it's probably a soapstone. I was about to say, it looked like colorless labradorite for the stand. These toucans are awesome. Look at the tail. The tail is rubellite. Rubellite is a mineral grade tourmaline inside of marble. You can't always expect to be able to carve or even cab rubellite like they've done on this tail. I wonder if they stabilized it somehow or if they just had so much of it they were able to find pieces that would carve. This one back here has tons of character. Super cool. Man, they got flats of them up here. Look at the duckies. Nice Amazonite head right there. This one's a cutie. Here are the cheaper ones I was talking about. $7 for the whole bag. How many are in the bag? Looks like 10. So under $1 each for a soapstone stingray. I think they're cool. I'm a Florida boy myself. Straight up island boy. That one right there has really nice detail. For under $1. Imagine how fast you're gonna have to make these to get them under $1. And I wonder how much they paid after they bought, thousands of them.
Dave. Pterodactyl. Actually, it's really cool. It's an eagle. This one is on some crystals.
How much is that one?
I don't see a price. I think it was $9.99. What does that say?
Oh,
Peru.
These ones are $8.
Right. Well, this is much bigger.
Yeah, that was compare the sizes.
But look what it's on
Leader.
compared to what you're getting on the bottom of that one.
Yeah, you could sell that for $9.99.
I wouldn't want to sell it. I'd keep it as a proud
American.
Exactly. You got it.
These bears are cool. Are those bears? They're bears, right?
Yes, they look like bears to me.
Kinda, but they could also be sloths.
Sloths.
Look at that bear, dude. Tell me.
Let me see. I'm a sloth expert, actually. My granddaughter. 3 toes. Those are sloths.
No way.
The 3-toed sloth. Yes, bear has more than 3
Oh,
toes.
look at that. 3 toes. Wow.
You learn something new every day.
How did you know that?
My granddaughter loves sloths.
Soapstone walrus, cats. The bags of cats are really cool. I'm gonna have to buy a silly bag of cats for $7.50. Oh, these guys are in the wrong spot. I got dolphins. Those are cool. Dogs. Camels. These camels are cool. What a fun place. Scorpion. What does Scorpion look like? Oh, this looks like a lot of work. $7 a pack. It's like regardless of what they're being priced. They're all $7 pigs. The pigs are cool. Good symbolism, right? We got ducks, crocs, owls, wolves. Wolves. Oh, those are cool. Coyotes. Squirrel. And that's a lazy one. Oh, man. Oh, it's making me happy. Stone parrot. Oh, I gotta see that. What was the parrot from Little Mermaid? What was his name? It's at the tip of my tongue. Diego? Oh, I gotta see. How do I put this away? I can't see quite up there. Anyway, can't find the rest of the cats, so we're gonna buy these ones. They got horses, sea turtles, skulls, fish, elephants. I see these a lot. Stone elephants. That one's ear is missing. Whales. Bigger stone birds. And it looks like they are $9.99. What a crazy price. Imagine. Oh, there he's wrapped up so that it's doesn't get scared, right? Imagine making these all day for $3 each. It would take me all day to make one. Slightly bigger does jump quite a bit in price, but that's to be expected, you know. It's also just raw material that costs more. Please do not open boxes, packages. If you open, you buy it. Nice big rhodonite heart there. Simple V crotch of the heart there. Hearts are not particularly easy. Aren't particularly easy to make. To make them look good, you know. Blue calcite. This rhodonite is beautiful. And they are $10 each, or $10 a pound, rather. So depending on the material, like this is probably well over a pound, where something similar size to that, of a different material like this calcite, is less than a pound. These are probably fantastic sellers at this size. Just over the ordinary. Big enough to be beautiful on a coffee table or something, you know. Got a little fracture right there, but that's all right. Believe it or not, before I became a lapidary, I used to make wooden hearts on a bandsaw and then with lots of files, rasps, and such like that. Then I would do a stone chip inlay in the middle and get like $100 for them. I had a problem though where I'd be making them and end up giving them to pretty ladies before I could sell them. And so I didn't sell as many as I should, that's for sure. These stone hearts definitely take me down memory lane. What are these down here? Oh, I don't know what that material is. It's brown. Looks like some kind of granite. It's naming different materials. Is this called like Madagascar, like a Madagascar jasper or something? Or is it talking about, that kind of looks like a penolite. There's some amethyst down here. Looks like it's from an old batch. Long sold out. And these were the undesirables out of the batch, and so they just put them in the bin with the other ones. I get that completely. It's the last one of its kind. Someone will find it and love it for sure. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's not amethyst. It's a lepidolite. It's got smoky, the white is beryl, the pink is the lithium lepidolite. And it just moved over. Here's some more back there. That would go over here, and that would go over there. Kind of feels gross, a little dirty. Some more granite looking stuff. That kind of looks like peanut. Do you know what this material is, folks? Looks like Kambaba to me. Not this. This is something else. Weird. Some big agate ones. It's pretty cool. You can see into that one, all the little spots. I'd rather get the big agate ones, but this material doesn't really call to me. Here's the big throbbing guy. Boom, 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 boom. It's probably 2.5 pounds, $25 then. Not the best shape on that one. They tell you not to open the box. Probably so that. Come on, focus for me. There we go. Probably so that you don't just go through, pick all the good pieces, and then I'm leaving boxes full of undesirables on the shelf. This is a great one right here. Another great one right there. Septarian hearts. Polychrome. Love this stuff, just don't like cutting it. It's too much work for a very common material. This is the kind of material that, like, if you want cabs homemade, you would just shape it up and then throw it in like a really nice tumbler, like a Lotta tumbler or something. You wouldn't want to sit around cutting cabs out all day. You can get like 10 packs for like $5. K2. This is something I haven't really seen in hearts. K2 is a mountain in Pakistan. And it's little berries of azurite inside of what I think is marble or granite. But these are lower quality, still beautiful. I'm starting to see like an even lower quality than this come to the market that's actually green. So it's kind of unique. Green little berries of K2. Excuse my gimbal whiting out. The gimbal makes me use an app with it, and the camera app isn't very good. I have no idea what this stuff is. But enough of the hearts. Peach moonstone. A little bit of chatoyance right there. Stinks that it's not like right up and down. At least you have something to play with. I imagine not all of them, even on certain axes, have chatoyance in it. This one doesn't. So it's got a little bit right there in the middle. The dendritic agate's really cool. I've been seeing really nice designer cabs. 10 kilos of this material in designer cabochon designer 10 kilos of designer cabs of this dendritic agate material, $800. That's like probably over 300 in a kilo. Pyramids made out of all the same materials as the hearts back there. Nothing too fancy. $25. It's a lot of flat lap work. I don't know how many of you folks at home have ever tried to make a pyramid, at least like generally and roughly symmetrical. It's hard work. A little bit of color right there. But if I made this, it would be $250, I'll tell you that. That's a lot of work. It's got putty on the tip to protect the tip from breaking off and chipping. Blue calcite, and a different type of calcite. Some other weird granite looking material. It does seem like it's priced by size and not material, which is really cool. A little agate one. Not perfectly symmetrical, but still really cool. Then all the towers, $5 for something this big. I mean, these are amazing sellers online. I see a lot of people on like Facebook and Instagram who do resale. You know, get $25 for something this size. Well, look how much it cost. And that's after being sold from the beautiful folks at Gem World. Probably cost, $1 or $2 if you're buying in bulk. And only coins for something this size. But then again, not all towers are the same. All of these labradorites do not really have flash. This one's got some cool play right there in the middle. And they're not all perfect either. Like, look, that one's crooked. Definitely not a Vogel, It's pretty cool. $52 for something this size. This is in bloodstone. Well, I was shopping with, I believe it was Anderson McKay. Wait, no. I was over at his booth, or I saw him out and about. I don't remember. He was telling me about a guy who goes to the Tucson show, and he has a partner there, and he walks around and he films the different shops, and he shops for people, the legit price that they're showing, so no one's getting ripped off, but adds 33% to everything. And I heard that this gentleman and lady couple make like $90,000 each day of the Tucson show, and they use like PayPal credit or something, so like they don't have to have the money, and they can wait for people to send them PayPal when they're done shopping, and you pay the vendor. It's pretty clever idea. It's real simple. You can even do it at stores like this if you get permission. Just go butter up the help with $100 each. And you're like, all right, I'm gonna walk around and look goofy in your shop for a couple hours. I mean, 33%, that would make this $13.33. Pretty good deal. Even with a 33% markup. An idea for you kids out there looking for a job. I know I should be doing it. I'm not very, I'm pretty social, but Jim's the kind of guy that can go up to management and be like, hey, my boy Dave's going to walk around and film. Do you mind? I can't do that. I'm a ask for forgiveness, not permission kind of guy. Those are cool. $10 a pound for just some common quartz. A lot of people who buy these think that these are natural when you get a whole bunch of them together on the same table. I mean, they are real stone. They're recut, but when they do really good jobs, it's hard for people to tell, and most people who aren't really in the scene and just like the material don't even think about it. So these are different prices, even though they're slightly different sizes. I imagine these are being sold by weight, and these marked prices are after they weigh them out, and they roughly gave them a price. Lots of cool polychrome goodies. Chevron freeforms. If you folks resell at home, you can go the extra mile and buy them and repolish them. Not that they're all scratched up, but just being scuffed from boxes and newspapers and touching each other, it feels a little dirty. Clean them up before you sell them. Put a little love into your resale product. These are cool. These clear ones, that's a pretty good deal for 25 bucks. A big chunk of rock. Really cool. Some more of the Kambaba stuff. I think it's a stromatolite, which is like an algae, or I think it's an algae, right? Stromatolites. It's the classic Kambaba look there. Some African honey opal. Believe it or not, I've cut some of this stuff that had a little bit of color play in it. You get it for like $10 a pound from my Middle Eastern friends in Kino. Almost looks like gaspiite, doesn't it? Almost. I believe this is probably the same material, just way different variation. All of these are the common opals. Dendritic yellow opal. Some apatites right there. Stuff is not easy to cut. I never really cut it. This one, I might be wrong. No. Yeah, it's definitely all apatite. For a moment after looking at this one, I thought it was an Amazonite because of the chatoyance there on the front. But I guess this material, well, it makes sense because of how flaky it is. It's one of those materials that it's just so easy to buy a nice designer piece, like a capuchon or something, that it makes it tough to buy the material and want to cut your own. You know, there's always going to be people who want to buy it because you made it. But, you know, it's just not easy and it's so affordable. I have seen some super cool gemmy pieces being faceted into like beads and stuff. It's pretty cool. I love the spheres. I'm not a big gem collector. I consider myself a business person and an artist, so I end up selling everything I collect. But spheres are definitely one of the ones I wouldn't mind collecting. If you folks haven't seen our Twin Sisters Rock Yard video where everything's $1 a pound, check that video out, and at the end you can see this cool sphering machine that Jimmy got for next to nothing. He's going to make a couple and then move it on to somebody who's going to use it more than him. Just a lot of work. You start off with a cube, cut the corners off the cube and cut the corners off of those corners. Then you roughly grind it. And if you're only using like a genie or something, that's tons of work. For a sphere, that's going to take you hours after you get the cups in different grits and then the mess to get something that you could buy for $8 at Gem World, you know? So it's almost easier to just buy them. But if you're cutting unique material, like I can name like 20, 30 different materials that you're just not seeing from overseas wholesale in the sphering world. You almost never see nice sugilite spheres, and you can buy really affordable, low-quality sugilite that just has wisps of the purple through it, along with that metallic rictorite stuff, and it wouldn't cost you too much. And then you sphere it, and you have like a nice $200, $300 sphere. Now, if it was pure suge, that would be thousands of dollars. My good friend Sherman Rowland from the Highland Park Company says he has a big sugilite sphere. on his desk, which is no surprise to me because they make some of the world's best sphering machines at the moment. This, if I'm not mistaken, almost looks like Brazilian common emerald, but from the blue, I really don't know. It's boggling. Mind-boggling. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. For $27, it's a pretty cool deal. Wow, so much lighter. Like half the weight, just the same size. So it looks like the spheres, just like the other material, are all $10 a pound. I'm pretty sure they probably don't give you the stands, but we have quite a few friends in the industry who are 3D printing stands. This was $11. Absolutely beautiful. Love to take it to a cerium wheel and bring it back to life. If you hold it away from yourself, you can really tell how just not perfect it is. But that's really impressive that they're even able to make spheres without sphering machines overseas. They use like big rotundals and then like things that look like this with grit on top with a big stick going off of each side. And while the sphere is spinning, they have this disc with grit and they're going all the way around it. Grinding into shape. It's like absolutely impressive. I'll try to put a clip of a video of that up here somewhere on screen. Bigger ones like that, not even more than just over twice the size, going for nearly 10 times the price. It's just because it's so hard to ship that kind of stuff. You get way less of those in a box for the same amount of incredible shipping that you're paying than the smaller sized ones. So I do understand completely. I think you get the picture. Same material, different shape, same prices per weight. Pretty cool. And impressive. These septarians, the black ones, always look like some kind of fungus to me. I think it's super cool. Really impressive. Check that out. Do-do-boo-boo-doo-doo. Oh, as you go along, you start to run into some tumbles. Black's onyx tumbles. What do you call onyx, folks? To me, onyx is a naturally black occurring chalcedony. Yeah, and if it's dyed, it's not really an onyx. Some people call like those plates and goblets that you can find really cheap out of Pakistan and Mexico onyx, but that's more like a travertine. I mean, I get it, it's a trade name, but it needs a new name. This or the plates, because I would rather change the name of the plates. Make travertine onyx. Make onyx travertine again. It's getting confusing. Much like opalite. Opalite nowadays is known as that weird pale glass. I'm sure we'll run into some tumbles down there. But really, if I'm not mistaken, it used to be the old trade name for common opal. This, believe it or not, is Brazilian emerald. Little spots here and there. You can see the end grain of a rod that was broken off. This material is really affordable. 10 pounds, $45. I used to get pieces that had like huge chunks of whole rods, and then I would polish it to where the rod was face up into a pendant, and I'd get like $50-$60 a pendant. But I used to get that from Miss Kim at her Indonesian wholesale booth in Tucson, but those have been long gone, and she wanted $90 for a bag about twice this size. I ended up selling all the offs and ends of my Brazilian emerald to people on Facebook gemstone groups for $45 a box, so didn't lose money on that. Oops. Oh, right there. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Just kidding. Let it be known. Mix tumbles. Actually, that's all sodalite and amethyst. Yeah, just a big mixed bag, $60. Not bad. That's kind of impressive. But it's just from people breaking bags and then not being able to sell them. Throw them all together. This is really cool. What is this? Oh, it's tourmaline. Tourmalina. See how they pronounce it in Brazil. Almost thought it was garnet, because that would be cool. Used to buy these assorted packs of tumbles from eBay, Brazilian materials, and then I recut them. It's a cool way to get material, like if you're in the middle of nowhere, don't really know anybody in the scene, or don't really want to get involved with buying from strangers and stuff. We have some serpentine, amazonite, amethyst, red jasper, tiger's eye, chrysocolla, sodalite, all kinds of good little mix, especially if you're just starting the cutting or tumbling. Some paler rose quartz here. Some really nice beads over there we'll take a look at when we finally make it over there. That are darker color. I wonder how much they go for. Amazonite. It's what? Chalcopyrite, $10 for the whole bag. Pretty cool. It's a little greasy in there. I wonder if they add the something to oxidize it into like that. Okay, here's something awesome. Rutile, $30 a bag. Not bad. We were paying, I think, $100 a pound for rough. The rough mini pieces were not even as good as what's in this bag right here. But look at that. That's a nice piece. Some people like the rutile with tons of rutile in it, like hairs throughout it. I don't mind just a few if they're well placed in the piece. Impressive for $30. For sure. As we come over here, probably have to switch to no music mode because the trademark music. But before we go, let's talk about these labradorite bags for $10. Huge palm stones, probably 15, 20 pieces for $10. These are great. Nice flash in the front. You could simply drill this with a water swivel and get a $75 pendant out of it. But I bet you a lot of these you have to repolish. They've just been banging around with each other. Some of them has some fractures and stuff. Fractures aren't always bad. I think he's a character. Like this. Here we go. Here's an open bag. Nice play. Kind of bad mixed match shape. Great foundation for repolishing, reshaping and repolishing. Cut it in half. Make 2 out of each one. Pretty cool. Not bad for $1. These bags of serpentine tumbles are actually really, really cool. These would be great foundation for recutting. Pretty decent size. I'm going to push this bag back because I got a hole there. Don't want anybody to get a surprise. Yeah, these are a great deal for $60. It claims that these ones are higher grade. I don't know if that's in polish or in color and character. But this is the size I would want. Some of these are perfect shapes to just drill and fashion into necklaces. Serpentine's super soft. Harder than steel still, but most steel at least. But easy to drill with diamonds. You get a bunch of holes per bit. That piece right there, you can grab it. That one will make a great as is pendant. $40 for the pendant. Out of one piece at a $60 bag. That's a great deal right there. They don't look too ugly. Like they're not too beat up or whatever. I wonder if because their softer, waxy build is protecting it in some way or another. Turn the music back on. Interesting. It says $3.50 a pound. This is definitely not, 10 pounds. But I wonder if the March price is wrong and this is like the price now and you have to weigh it to get the new price, and the sticker is just easier than peeling off all the stickers, Who knows, but really cool. This video is brought to you in part by Cutting Edge Supply Company. Cutting Edge Supply is your one-stop shop for all things lapidary and jewelry making tools. Cutting Edge Supply Company has a wide selection of lapidary equipment, jewelry making tools, findings, gemstone rough, and much, much more. Cutting Edge Supply is a company ran by jewelers and lapidaries for jewelers and lapidaries. Check out Cutting Edge Supply. I love them, and you will too. Make sure to use product code LapidaryDave in checkout to directly support the channel. Lots and lots of beads. Amethyst, tiger's eye. A little bit of lapis. Small section, but awesome. Love the lapis hishi. Actually, I don't know how much they are, but wouldn't mind making myself a nice thick lapis hishi necklace. Donuts are nice too. Soda light on the back. What is this? Some green jaspers. Actually, looks like nephrite. Really cool. Aventurine right there. You got some Amazonite. Lots of smoky. Some dyed and enhanced jaspers. Then glass. Random mixed beads. I was just talking about these to a friend. It's kind of like a whole strand of different stones. And what's interesting about that is I was hearing from a gentleman who was really into crystal medicine saying you don't really want to do that because you kind of neutralize the benefits, and it can actually be negative energetically too by mixing too many materials that you're wearing. I don't really know. I'm not a crystal medicine person, but it makes sense, And if I was a crystal medicine person, I would definitely not believe that all materials would be beneficial, right? Like if there's beneficial material to wear, then there's got to be material that's not particularly good for you. Lots of glass. This whole area here is glass, which is beautiful. These style beads are the tips of those massagers. And they're not drilled. Interesting. They're not drilled, so they're kind of being sold before they drill, right? Why wouldn't you sell multiple products in the same warehouse that are made out of each other? Lots of opalite and dyed rose quartz beads. I was talking to my friend earlier. You could tell on some of these pieces like that right there that it's definitely dyed. It has the ink on the outside of a fracture in the smoky quartz. Opalite, like we were saying earlier, is, used to be the trade name for common opal, but not anymore. Me and Sandy bought a couple bags of these. Instead of using gemstone backing beads, this is what I use on more affordable pieces that I make to make the necklaces adjustable. Base metal, but it looks good, nice and strong, better than something synthetic. There's more tumbles, and this is a weird assortment of both pieces from the massager. Non-drilled, so it's like marshmallows in that bag. I'm sure some of you folks at home will think, oh man, I've been needing marshmallow shaped gemstone beads for a long time. This is random tumble bag. Actually, there's random cabochons. Interesting. $75 for the whole bag. Yeah, there's definitely some great pieces in there. But like those serpentines, but I wouldn't buy it. Slices of smoky amethyst. These are weird. rectangle macaroni, like Kraft macaroni and cheese shaped tumbles. Non-drilled. Really neat. Just sweeping the floor at the factory. That's cool. Tumbled garnets. That's cool. It's like sand art. Dyed turquoise, goldstone, and tumbled garnet. Very cool. And they also have display over here. Lots of glass beads. They have these cool showcases for displaying your pieces. Micro boxes are what I call them. $11.50. I got to be careful with these in the sun. Ring displays. Necks. $9 for the big ones, $8 for the smaller ones. A YouTube subscriber sent me some cool opals from Louisiana in one of these boxes. I think mine had 3 different chambers. Before we get out of here, let's take a look at these. My good friend Will from the Barrel Cactus Claim actually sells his cabs with these cool stretchies. There are smaller ones over here. I'm not a big fan of them because it's kind of like, if you can't see it, why, it's hard to buy things you can't touch. But these smaller ones are cool because you can just give them away with your piece. These big ones would be cool for necklaces. $15 for 10 of these long ones. I think I should I want an even smaller version of these. I don't know if they have them here, but these are cool. Always good to have. And I just give them away, like if I sell a high-end cab. Right here. Don't know how much these are, but I'm gonna buy a set of black and a set of white. Oh, I guess then I'll buy one set of the bigger ones. Jeez, I did not come here to buy stuff. See what happens. Too much fun. More display. I do use these a lot to display a whole bunch of cabs at once. Scales and weights and measures. These are really cool over here, these bottles. $1.75 for these long glass with real corks. Bottles, I think there's more than 10 per package. These plastic ones are cool for like reselling opals. Or another material that prefers to be wet to show off character and color. And then there's these shorter bottles. 5.5 centimeters with cork. And there's these 4.5s. Really cool. The pink ones are really cool. Remind me of like 80s Tokyo. Alright.